Welcome to Skedlive. It's Friday, February 12th. I'm Anthony Ferreira. Here's what's making news now. Today is Justin Trudeau's 100th day as Prime Minister. He marked in Toronto by announcing a summer jobs plan. Let's go to Skedline reporting team at the Boy and Girls Dovercourt Club in downtown Toronto.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau held a press conference announcing a new initiative to invest in youth employment. Trudeau made the announcement this morning at the Girls and Boys Dovercourt Club, where he spent some time getting to know the youth.
Red or blue?
I am pleased to be here this morning at the Dovercourt Boys and Girls Club to announce that our government is creating over 34,000 summer jobs for students this year.
It's really competitive, it's really hard. So, yeah, but I want to get a job this summer, especially after Trudeau's announcement today.
I guess it will make it a faster process in finding a job, since he's like giving opportunities to a lot of kids nowadays. So I think it wouldn't be as competitive as it was a couple of years ago.
100 days from now, can you believe it? It'll be May 22nd. And by that time, employers are going to be starting to call young people across Canada and letting them know that you're hired.
I want to work for the City of Toronto to get experience, a lifeguard or like parks and recreation.
I also want to work for the City of Toronto.
This announcement took place on Trudeau's 100th day in office. More on this story and others at skedline.com. This is Reedy Mangat, Skedline.
The Toronto police have made an arrest in a Chinatown shooting. Police have charged a 25-year-old Toronto man in relation to the deaths of Quinn Taylor and David Eminis. Police Chief Mark Saunders confirmed that a man was arrested based on information received from the public. Saunders said the police are continuing the investigation and stressed the need for additional witnesses to come forward. The Progressive Conservatives easily captured a win in the provincial Whitby-Oshawa by-election. The Tories took 52% of the vote, and the Liberals took 28% despite campaigning from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Durham Region Councillor Lauren Cole will replace Christine Elliott. Syria could see a temporary truce in a week.
Thanks,
Major powers
Anthony.
agreed to
The
a
NBA
pause in combat in Syria. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov agreed to push the end to the hostilities. But Russian warplanes will still be launching airstrikes with support of its ally, Bashar al-Assad. They also agreed to work toward getting humanitarian aid into the hard-to-reach areas. The heads of the Roman and Russian churches will meet in Cuba. They have been split for more than 1,000 years. The Orthodox Church was upset because the Roman Catholic Church claimed to be the leaders in Christianity. Pope Francis and the head of the Russian Orthodox Church meet in Havana. This is the first time that a Roman Catholic Pope and a Russian Orthodox Patriarch will meet. 2 days after Bernie Sanders' victory over Hillary Clinton in New Hampshire, the candidates faced off again in Milwaukee. The Democratic presidential candidates clashed over support for President Barack Obama. Clinton and Sanders focused on issues important to black voters. They also battled over health care and Wall Street. Clinton tried to drive home the point that she and Sanders have much in common, but instead she would get things done. He started from the bottom, now he's getting the key to the city. Toronto's very own Drake will be receiving the key from Mayor John Tory at the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Now let's go to entertainment.
Thanks, Anthony. The NBA All-Star Celebrity Game is tonight at 7 p.m. Toronto Raptors Global Ambassador Drake will coach Canada's team along with Steve Nash and Jose Batista. The American team will be coached by four-time All-Star Celebrity Game MVP Kevin Hart. Both teams include some big names, including Milos Raonic and Jonathan Scott for Canada, and Nick Cannon and Michael Jordan for the U.S. The game is being hosted in Toronto for the first time since the game's outset. Grammy nominee Barry Manilow was rushed back to Los Angeles after a performance in Memphis last night. The singer underwent emergency oral surgery Monday, and complications forced him to reschedule his following two concerts. His latest album, My Dream Duets, has been nominated for a Grammy, but it is unsure if he will be able to attend. Han Solo actor Harrison Ford is suing Foodles Limited, the production company responsible for the latest Star Wars movie. Ford was injured when a hydraulic door on the Millennium Falcon prop struck him, breaking his left leg last June. Ford was airlifted to a nearby hospital and underwent surgery. The company will face 4 charges under Britain's health and safety laws. The trial will take place on May 12th. A Massachusetts judge has ruled that Camille Cosby must give a deposition for the defamation case brought against her husband, Bill Cosby. 7 women have brought defamation cases against Cosby in connection to the rape allegations still pending. Camille has been allowed to refuse answers about private marital conversations under special privilege. The deposition is scheduled for February 22nd, and the hearing is scheduled for March 8th. The London flat where Jimi Hendrix lived more than 45 years ago has been restored and opened to the public. The Brook Street flat where Hendrix wrote music, rehearsed, and gave interviews. The flat underwent a $3.5 million restoration and has been declared a heritage site. Golden Girl Betty White has reviewed the movie Deadpool. In a YouTube video published to Ryan Reynolds' own channel, she said that the movie was glorious and a once-in-a-generation film. White said Reynolds looked handsome in his red leather suit. Her rating? 4 Golden Girls. Ben Stiller appears on the big screen again in Zoolander #2. Blue Steel reunites with Hansel. Celebrity appearances include Skrillex, Penelope Cruz, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Sting. Check out both these movies this weekend. Now let's find out what's happening with the weather with Laura.
Thanks, Kristen. An extreme cold weather warning has been issued for today, so wear extra layers if you're going to be outside. Today we'll see a high of -4 and a major low of -21 with partly sunny skies and some snow. Saturday will be cloudy and a high of -17 and a low of -21. Sunday will be sunny and a little warmer with a high of -11 and a low of -12. Monday we start to get much warmer, reaching a high of +1 and a low of -1 with wet flurries. And Tuesday will be similar, reaching a high of +2 and a low of -6 with wet snow flurries. Skedline reporter Yanis Kamzi talked to the students at Humber College to see how they are going to be staying warm this week.
Tomorrow marks the beginning of Humber's Reading Week. Not only that, but this weekend will also bring us Valentine's Day and the NBA's All-Star Weekend. Unfortunately, the chilly weather doesn't look too good. Let's ask some students at Humber what they plan to do with this busy weekend. So what's the plan for this weekend?
Netflix and chill all weekend.
Nice. What kind of shows?
The Office and Parks and Rec.
So what's the plan for this weekend?
This weekend, finish a lot of homework, party, just an overall magical experience.
Headed back to cottage country in Muskoka, and I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm Yanis Kamzi, back to the studio.
That's all for your weather. I'm Laura O'Callahan for skedline.com. Now over to Anthony.
Thanks. That's all for today. Well, for more All-Star Weekend coverage, you can check out our website. We have stories about what you could be spending $30,000 All-Star Weekend courtside tickets on. We have a story about the Jordan Brand pop-up store, and we have an interview with Donnovan Bennett. So for more of those news, check out skedline.com. I'm Anthony Ferreira. Until next time.